Hello friends, and thank you for tuning in. Now usually when we get a brand new car for a review, unfortunately we cannot keep the car for more than just a few days. And unfortunately this also limits our understanding of how the car would behave with a typical owner over a prolonged time period. So this is where living with the car comes into the picture. Now we spoke to Jeep and they were very open to give us the Compass for a complete month. This is day number 33 and we have done over 2,900 kilometers with the Compass in the last 1 month. To Jaipur, to Corbett, off-roading and much more. So the big question, how is the Compass to live with? Well, to know the answer, stay with us for the next few minutes. Although we would have loved to have one in red, the minimal grey color Compass started growing on to us with time. A lot has been said about the design and hence we will skip this section and head over to the interiors. Now in the last 1 month we have been doing a lot of city runs and the highway runs to Jaipur, Corbett and other places. So approximately collectively me and team member Shantanul have put in over 150 hours in the Compass, enough to understand the interiors. Now first of all, a lot has been said about the design. It's premium, it's classy, it's not very bling, but nevertheless it grows onto you and feels very nice. However, I'm not a big fan of the glossy finish. This is a dirt magnet and also gets your fingerprints very easily. That's it. Ergonomically, it's spot on. The armrest moves a lot. It's good for all kinds of drivers. Everything falls into place, be it the controls for the air conditioning or the infotainment system or the start-stop button or even the headlamp. Enough space for your right arm, 2 cup holders, place for the key fob and even the door pads are quite generous. So what is missing in the Compass up front? Well, if I'm paying over 20 lakh rupees, I would expect auto-dimming mirror and some place to keep my sunglasses. So how are things at the back? Let's check out. Now while I've been happy up front as a driver, things at the back are equally impressive. Why? 3 reasons. First is the space on offer. Now this seat is positioned for my height. I stand 6 feet tall and yet a good 5 to 6 inches of gap over here. B is the visibility part. We can see the windows are large and overall it's a very airy cabin. And third, C is the headroom on offer. Ample space between my head and the roof. So what is the issue at the back in the Compass? Well, the ride quality is slightly on the firmer side. Of course, that aids handling, but people might complain from time to time when you go over bumps. And B are the light leather colors over here. Maintaining these over a long time period could be an issue for the owner. And finally, कितनी जगह है Compass के अंदर? Well, काफी है. The drawback is that the loading lip is quite high. However, once inside, ample space for 3 to 4 suitcases. You also get 2 cubby holes over here. This one seems a bit more deeper and these seats can flip forward in a 60-40 partition. The spare wheel, well, it's a full-size spare wheel. No alloy wheel, it's a rim, but nevertheless, it's a full-sized spare wheel. Now one of the highlights of the Compass diesel is the engine itself. This is a 2-liter turbo diesel engine putting out over 170 bhp of power and that is ample for a 5-seat SUV. A bit of turbo lag, but after that this one just flies and does over 200 kmph very easily. Don't try that though. In India, as of now, the diesel is only available with a 6-speed manual, no automatic, so one minus point over there. And the clutch is also heavier for city usage, something I don't like. But on the good side, कितना देती है? बहुत ज़्यादा. Have a look.
Guys, we are just 5 minutes into the drive and I'm already feeling bored. But duty calls, work calls. We're averaging over 60 kmph, but most importantly, the fuel economy is 27.4 as per the display. I'm keeping approximately 70 to 75 kmph on the speedometer. Alright guys, 11 minutes into the drive. 11.9 kilometers done and the magical figure which you can see right now on the second camera is 30 kmph. Alright guys, we are into a 15th minute of the drive. We've done over 15.1 kilometers. I'm keeping 70 on the speedometer. The songs are yet to be played. I am feeling a bit hungry. The drive is very slow. But we have reach the magical figure of 30 kmpl. The display right now shows 30.5, so even if I take some error into consideration, we are getting over 30 kmpl on a 170 bhp 4x4. So guys, there you go, the end of the whole run. 34.6 kilometers, quite a long fuel economy run, and averaging 32.1 kmpl as per the display. Even if I take into consideration the small error that this computer has, we are still over 30 kmpl.
So the fuel economy is sorted, but what about the performance? Well, not only are the figures impressive on paper, the diesel Compass ends up performing really well in real-world driving conditions. As said, there is ample low-end torque with just a bit of turbo lag, which means moving around at low speeds is not an issue. And when you want to overtake, it is more like drop a gear and disappear. Complementing the performance is the excellent handling. The Compass handles like none other SUV in the segment, and this includes both straight line stability as well as going around corners. The tires though have a tendency to scream very easily. But for your daily usage, the Compass does just fine. The ride is slightly on the firmer side, but with the load of passengers and increase in speeds, this shortcoming goes away. Now this is the 4x4 model, which means yes, we took it off the road. Let's have a look. So it's got a torquey diesel engine and 3 modes for 4x4, which means in most conditions an average owner will be more than happy with the Compass. As you can see, we did have a share of fun. The limiting factor here is the low front bumper, which meant we had to back off at times. But overall, given the segment and the usage, the 4x4 Compass did well. Now the Jeep Compass range in India starts at 15.1 lakh rupees for the petrol lineup and 16.2 lakh rupees for the diesel lineup. If you aren't a fan of too many features, at this price, the Jeep Compass is a very good buy. The version you see here, the limited 4x4 diesel option, can be yours for 22 lakh rupees ex-showroom Delhi. And lately, Jeep has been running a great offer for those who want to upgrade from a 4x2 limited to a 4x4 limited. So the big question, do I recommend the Jeep Compass to you? Well, I agree the new XUV is cheaper and seats 2 more, and the Hyundai Tucson looks much better, but there are a lot of things going in favor of this one. For example, the fantastic torquey and efficient diesel motor, the way it drives and handles, the fantastic petrol automatic combination, and finally getting a Jeep brand at this price, well, it's priceless. On that note, I'll take a leave from here. How do you like the Jeep Compass? Let us know in the comment section below, and to watch more such videos, do subscribe to our channel.